Okay then guys, so let's proceed with another video about support resistance. In the previous one I'd shown you how to mark some support resistance which give you possible direction in the market, and obviously once you mark them you could adjust them on the daily. Right, in this video what I would like to highlight is the for example, when you put some levels on the weekly, we are on the weekly now, and you go on the daily, you could actually see them in there. So you want to see the levels of the weekly on the daily and lower time frame possibly, but you don't really want to see the levels of the daily on the weekly. So another thing is, for example, if you mark like this, if you take these levels, for example, guys, and you mark them with different colors, because we are on the daily, right? You could mark this or this, or and by the way, you adjust on the levels of the weekly on the daily to put them in there, which is more like an arrow really. If you put the levels like this, guys, then the chart will be a little bit confusing. So what I do, I use this little one here that possibly that could mark, you know, some intermediate level. Let's make it a bit bigger. So I could do that, for example. I could take it from there, or I look at more recent price action. So guys, so now when I would go on the weekly, I would see this level here, which you might as well have if you prefer. However, let's go back on the daily. If you do some little adjustment in there, then you will just put this off and you put this off. So basically you don't want to see them on the weekly. So once you go back on the weekly, you will see only those levels in there. By the way, this also could be a weekly intermediate level, something like that. Okay, I just mark it with this, but there is no need for now since I will go on a daily. Right, so another method is, for example, guys, I use, let's say that I use also the, by the way, is this the 50, right? Is sorry, this is the 200. Let's put it like a 50. And I will use the 20 or 50 moving average, or you can use the 10 and the 21, by the way. And you will see that when they are too far apart, then, you know, there is not really a reason to look for, to touch this level straight away. Okay, so the market did its own movement, right? So I consider this as a dynamic support resistance, and this time in this video I'd like to tell you that you should have, yes, a well-defined support resistance, which is more like an art. However, at this level of junction here, of communal candles or confluence, you should see some type of patterns or rejection happening in the form of pattern. So now let's, no guys, I'm someone that don't want to have too many things on the chart. Now at these dynamic levels of resistance and support, once you define them a little bit, then you start to see what's going on. I want to see some type of confirming pattern as well that bounces off those levels. And so what I will do, for example, I start to see here, obviously guys, you can have the chart, and what you start to see here, some of you might say, okay, look, you went down and then it was a sort of see it like an area, by the way, guys. Okay, see like this. Okay, some people might have taken the breakout here on a smaller time frame. Some others might say, actually let me get rid of this because I want to show you something. Some other people might say, look, once I've seen this, okay, say bigger, once I've seen that that level is crossed, it was resistance, and it started to be support. Look, there is a kind of, it's not really a pin bar, well, yeah, it's a spinning top, and then there is this pin bar here that bounces off the 21 EMA and bounces off the level. So that was a good clue. Okay, since we missed that, now we try to see what's going on here. So at the moment, what do I see here, guys? As you know, I'm a big fan of double bottom and double bottoms, which would be more like a extended double top and extended double bottom. Basically, like a, it's like the right leg is more extended. This one, I mean, yeah. So let's do that, and visual order to the front. Yeah, right. So as you know, guys, I can see now that this level is sort of matches this neckline here, because as you know, the neckline is roughly here. So after a double bottom, you will see a move up and then down. Then the price, you never know if it's gonna continue down, but since we are having a strong price action here, now what was the chances that the price would go up? If you take the Fibo from here to here, you see that the price retraced almost to the last line in the sand, which is 78.6, and obviously this had a nice move up. Now, I was gonna make this video 3-4 hours ago, then I had some issues that I solved, and the price was here actually, and I was really thinking that I said, okay, I would go on the H4 and take a trade, but now it is a bit too late. So what we have seen now, recap. So double bottom, there was on the daily, we are on the H4, it went down, and then now it's going up again. Okay, so that's how I value things in here. And obviously now let's get rid of this. Once you are on the H4, if you really want to take some other levels and you say, okay, look, I've taken liquidity here, this level has been broken, would it be really the need here to put some levels on the H4? You could, by the way, by putting some other types of little levels like that, you know, just the middle point to see. And at the same time, guys, you can mark the same this like this, that you don't want to see it obviously on the daily and on the weekly. You only want to see it on the time frame that you are dealing with. So now at this point, what would you do? Since we have some sort of confluence, then you will wait possibly for this one to retrace into this kind of area, and then possibly for a retrace up, bearing in mind that could have some sort of shakedown. So this is how I would utilize and use my support and resistance. And don't forget, guys, this is the daily, by the way. If you go on the weekly and take them, there is no need to go back in 2020. Okay, you just need a recent price action unless you are taking this level. So in that case, it's okay. But try to save your the move that you do. Try to save the lines that you put, because you don't want to see many cluttering lines. And also don't forget to adjust them on the daily when you will be there. All right, so there will be more to it, guys, and when I see something nice where there is a possibility of nice support or resistance, I will let you know more. Okay, good day wherever you are in the world to all of you.